everyone, my name is Chelsea. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm talking about my reading resolutions and channel goals for 2023. So I don't really do resolutions in my real life, like it's just not something that I've ever really done, but I do them for reading. And I guess they're more goals than resolutions, but I like reading resolutions. The alliteration is like perfect. But that leads us into today's video. I have some reading resolutions and goals and channel goals for this year coming up that I wanted to talk about. Let you guys know sort of what I'm thinking, what I'm planning on doing, and yeah, I think that's about what this video is. There's not too many of them. I think I've kept them very realistic in the type of goals that they are and like very achievable, which is perfect for me. Like this is something that I don't want to like have it too hard to aim for. So the first one, the one that I always do, is set a reading goal. How many books I want to read in the coming year. And this year even, I surpassed my goals for 2022 because I was pregnant and then I had a newborn. Like I did not think I was going to be reading as much as I actually did end up reading. So I think my goal this year is going to be 150 books. I usually set this goal as 100 because I know for a fact I can definitely achieve that. But I think in 2020 and 2021, I hit over 200 books. And then in 2022, I had my goal at like 60 because that was around the range I was doing when I was pregnant with Presley. And I went over 100 books that way. So the fact that I'm now having older kids and it's not going to be necessarily pregnancy, obviously, and newborn stuff, like she's 6 months today actually, I feel like it's going to be a little bit more doable. And I'm hoping that 150 will be just enough to be achievable, but still feel like I'm striving for something. Because even though I usually do 100, I want to push myself just a little bit more. So I think I'm going to say 150 books. The next goal, the next thing that I want to really focus on is my 23 in 2023 list. So I made a video of this during the 12 days of Bookmas that I did that is talking about the 23 books that I want to read in 2023, or more realistically, the challenge of 23 indie books in 2023. I'm going to be focusing more on 23 different indie authors more than just 23 indie books because I definitely read indie books throughout the year, and I didn't want to count like if I read 5 books by the same indie author. I want to do different authors. So that is one thing that I really want to try and focus on, make sure I'm doing the 23 indie books in 2023. This is something that was started by MJ James. I will leave their Instagram and stuff linked down below because they have a template that you can use on Instagram to keep track of all of this. So I will leave them linked down below. But yeah, that is one of the goals that I definitely want to focus on. Another one that I think I mentioned last year, even though I did not do very well at it, is getting my physical and ebook TBR down. I started last year at like 650 or 660 books. I'm starting this year in 2023 with over 700. I actually don't fully know the number quite yet because I recently filmed a gigantic book haul and I haven't like consolidated those onto Goodreads and put them on the shelves yet so that I know exactly how many books I'm dealing with. But yeah, I have a lot of TBR books, so I really want to get that down. That number needs to come down. If I can get back under 650 at least, I will be very happy. And one way to do this, so another goal that I have, is that I'm planning on only purchasing one new TBR book for every 2 TBR books that I read. So obviously rereads don't count, books that I'm buying that I've already read before don't count, but I feel like this way I'm not on a full book buying ban because obviously that doesn't work. I've tried some sort of book buying ban for the last 2 years and my TBR just like keeps going up basically. But if I tell myself I can buy 1 new book for every 2 that I read, that should be cutting things down by half. You know what I mean? Like if I'm reading 2 and gaining 1, I'm still losing 1. if that makes sense. So that's what my goal is. We'll see if that actually happens. I'm trying not to have any sort of exclusions for this either, even though I do get book boxes sometimes throughout the year. And the reason for that, another goal, is that I'm planning on being more strict with my choices of book box books. So this last year, especially in 2022, I got every single Illumicrate and almost every single Illumicrate Afterlight. The Afterlight books I actually got because I really, really wanted them. Like, they were books that I was planning on reading anyway for the ones that I got. Or there was one that I wasn't planning on reading anyway, but I was very, very excited for it, and I ended up reading it and really enjoying it, which is actually this one right here. I had no idea this was a thing until it was coming in an Afterlight, and I liked the concept and I gave it a 4 stars, you know, so like that kind of stuff's fine. But I already know within the first 3 months of this next year, January, February, March, 2 of the 3 Illumicrate boxes I don't want. I just don't want the books. I'm not interested in those type of genres. So instead of just getting it anyway and hoping I'm gonna read it, I'm going to skip those months. Like, I've already skipped January. It's just not a book that interests me. And so I've been interested in some other book boxes and stuff in general, but I'm going to be very, very selective with the actual months or boxes that I get. I'm not just going to accept the books because, you know, they're coming in, which should help with the whole buying 1 new book for every 2 read, because the book boxes are going to count for that. So those things should help me get my TBR down. I want to say those are the last reading goals, even though I guess TBR stuff isn't necessarily a reading goal. I'm counting it with that. So now we're going to move into channel goals. One thing that I'm hoping to do in this year is start doing 2 videos a week again on my channel. I was doing 2 videos a week, and that was a goal last year in 2022, and I was doing it very, very well until I had my daughter. And then I think even the month before that, I was trying to pre-film videos, and I realized that 2 videos a week was just a little bit excessive. So I moved down to 1 video a week, and I've still been doing 1 video a week because it's just been much easier with a new baby. You know what I mean? So I think I'm finally at that point where I'm gonna start doing 2 videos a week again. So far, the plan is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, like what I was doing before, and I'm very excited for it because I have had so many ideas for videos, and only 1 video a week does limit you on the types of things and the amount of things that you can do. So I'm very excited to be coming back in 2023 with 2 videos a week. In that same vein, I'm planning on doing 1 reading vlog a month. I was doing this again at the beginning of 2022 and fell off of it around the time I had my daughter because, again, it was just a little bit hard to do. I think I've done 1 reading vlog and 1 other vlog recently, so I'm starting to get back in the flow of that one as well. But my ultimate goal is to have 1 type of reading vlog, and I usually do themed ones because I find that fun, every single month of 2023. I can't guarantee it's only going to be 1, but like that's my goal, is to have at least 1 reading vlog every month. Then another goal that I would like to do is to have 1 live reading sprint or hangout type of thing every month as well. I think what I'm going to end up doing for this is having it on some day of the week, either a Tuesday or a Thursday, depending on what my schedule is like. That way I can actually substitute a live channel thing, reading sprints or a hangout or whatever we decide to do, during a day that I would normally have a video. So instead of having the video, we would have a live maybe in the evening. We'll see how that works. But I think that'll actually help motivate me to do them. Like, I really, really wanted to, but I do find them a little bit harder to do because it's not something I can pre-film and then edit and then put up on a schedule. It's something that's more like I need to schedule a couple hours of time or whatever, where the kids aren't going to be bugging me the entire time to then do that with you guys because it's live. It's not something I can film and edit, you know? So that is something I really, really want to do because I loved the times that I have done them in the past, and it's been forever, but that is something I would like to do again. And then finally, this is something that I really wanted to do last year, but I knew it was not going to be feasible for me to do it, being pregnant and having a baby, but I would really love to start a Patreon just so that we can do a Patreon like book club sort of thing where I can really talk to you guys, and I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. I am gonna be starting one and we'll see how this goes, but I'm only gonna have 1 tier, $1. You'll get a link to Discord, and we will vote on a book club book, probably bi-monthly, so every other month, just to make it really easy on me and on you guys. But then we will have channels for discussion, we'll do a buddy read, and I think we'll also do a live for that stuff as well. So we'll have like a full-on book club sort of thing. Like, this is something that I've been wanting to do because one of my absolute favorite things about BookTube and this channel and everything is connecting with you guys. And I think this would be something really, really fun, but again, I didn't want to make it too complicated currently. I really just wanted to be able to let you guys vote on the book we're going to read, have fun reading it, and I think this is going to be the easiest way to sort of organize that. So I will have a link down below to the very new, brand new Patreon that will start in January, and we will probably vote on a book to start reading in February. I think that sounds about right. And yeah, all the details will be down below, but that is something I've been wanting to do. Do a more like personalized experience, be able to talk to you guys specifically more, and I think having a book club and Discord channels for that, also Discord channels for life and just like chatting would be great. Like, I think this is going to be so much fun, so I'm hoping you guys will join me for that. Like I said, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, but I think that's actually my last channel goal sort of thing, is to do that with you guys. So ultimately, not too crazy, right? I feel like these are very easy, achievable goals as long as I have a little help with the kids, which I do, and then get everything going, because videos, reading, all this good stuff, like, I'm very, very excited for 2023. Like, literally, I think it's 2023 tomorrow when you guys are seeing this. Like, I'm so ready for a new year of reading. Let me know if you have any either reading goals, channel goals, anything like that. Like, if you're on BookTube or even on Bookstagram, anything that you're doing that way, I would love to know. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I'm currently going to have videos up Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye!